Hey guys, I'm doing another discussion thing. This time we're going to talk about Rainbow Rocks and mainly the end credits scene, since that was a thing that happened in the movie. By the way, this is going to involve some major spoilers, so if you haven't seen the movie and you don't want to know what happens at the end credits scene, then don't watch this.
Oh,
Uh,
okay, bye.
oh,
I'm leaving the
okay.
call. See ya.
Anyway, yeah. So
Man, AnY, what a loser. Why'd you even get... Oh, there... hi!
Hi, Tommy. Haven't seen you there.
Yeah,
Oh no, no. What were you saying?
um,
I,
I
I,
really liked your newest video. It was great.
which one? I didn't even do videos recently. Anyways, I believe, I believe Paleo was doing some introduction.
yeah. Anyway, yeah. So we're going to talk about that and what it means for the franchise and Equestria Girls. And with me, I have AnY, who this is the first time I've actually talked to him.
Yeah,
So,
we
yeah.
realized earlier, like, hey, we actually never talked before.
Yeah.
I mean, for good reasons, but what can we do? Sooner or later, it had to happen.
Yeah. And I have Saber, who's...
Hold on, I'm almost done taking these notes.
It's not...
Alright,
Oh, okay.
do something.
Well, and I have Tom joining me again.
Yeah.
So, the thing that happened at the end of Rainbow Rocks was we saw the human Twilight in the human world. And she was sort of obsessing over the fact that these magical things were happening at the high school. Well, what was your guys' reactions to that?
It's about time.
Yeah.
I figured... I guess a lot of people were reacting like, oh my god, this is like crazy and ridiculous. I never expected this to happen. And ever since they planted the seed in the first Equestria Girls saying like, there's a girl that looks just like you and has the same
Yeah,
dog
lives
in
in the
another
city.
town. I figured she'd come in at some point.
Yeah.
And so...
I-
I kind of figured this was something that we'd see eventually, the actual human Equestria Girl version of Twilight, not Twilight coming through the mirror Twilight.
I actually was even hoping that because kind of heard that there would be Twilight in the movie, but I stood away from most of the spoilers, and I was like, okay, if Twilight is in there, then maybe it is the human world Twilight, and they don't have to come up with ridiculous excuse why Pony Twilight is back. But a friend of mine was like, no, it's Pony Twilight. So yeah, I was hoping for it, but at the end of the movie, I wasn't expecting it anymore. But yeah, as you said, actually you should have seen it coming.
Yeah. Well, you, Saber.
Like Tom and AMY said. Is that how you say it? I feel bad.
Yeah, and it's a capital Y, so it's AnY.
Cool.
Originally, it was spelled A dot this left stuff like in rock and roll, the N, and then
Right.
a Y with
Yeah.
Okay. Well, like you said, they mentioned it before that the Twilight does exist in that universe, so I guess they're setting it up for the next movie, which is obvious. So we'll see what comes of that.
Yeah, the next
I'm
movie.
glad they addressed it.
I just want to say, aren't they going to go serial now?
I think they'll make a third one, and then they'll make a series.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably. They'll probably. That's like the big thing now. Is like you got to make your films a trilogy, even if they don't need to be a trilogy.
Yeah. That's right.
So.
Or if you're like if you're like Twilight or Hunger Games, you need to have two parts as the final part.
No, they
Right.
won't do that. That'd be so dumb.
That would be dumb. But anyway, the thing about a series, I saw a thread that was talking about this and whether like the series would be like have a season in between Friendship is Magic seasons, or it would be a web series. I'm
I don't
thinking,
think.
huh?
I'm sorry. Sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I was gonna
Yeah, I'm thinking that a web series would probably make sense since they've been like putting the shorts out on their YouTube channel, but I'm not sure if that would gain enough traction for them to be happy with it.
I don't think so.
Yeah. You don't think so?
I think when it comes to the web series stuff, like for like Korra, that works because the audience is a bit older and they can go on the web and see it. But the majority, I think, of the people who watch MLP for Hasbro are little girls, and they aren't like hopping on computers like, oh, I'm gonna go to the website and see the web series. It's more like they might stumble across it on accident, but they
Yeah.
won't know really.
Well, here's
mean-
the thing. Not to interrupt you, but here's the thing I'm thinking of. If they want to do an Equestria Girls series, the whole thing is that now since Discovery and Hasbro parted ways with the hub, they can
Right.
put their shows pretty much anywhere they want. So this could end up on like Cartoon Network or
Yeah.
Nickelodeon or Disney
Good.
Channel or something like that. They can license it out to one of those mainstream like basic cable channels and hit that target demographic that they probably wanted with the hub, and that's probably like one of the reasons they were unsatisfied with it is because it was a premium. Because I don't have the hub, because
Yeah,
I
I
don't
don't
have the
either.
premium cable network required to have it. So like not a
Yeah.
lot of people do. There's a lot of people who don't pay other than for basic cable or whatever it is.
We don't
So
even
if they
have the
make a
hub
new
in Germany.
series, right, and then like internationally and stuff too. So if you put it on something more basic like that, it's probably going to be easier because now that they don't have that partnership, they're not like they don't have to put all their programming on there, so it's probably easier to license out to other channels, both like basic networks and internationally if they want to package it and give it to someone else. So I think they're in a good position now to put that somewhere. Whether I'll be happy about that is entirely
Yeah.
dependent on the show itself. But from a business decision perspective, they're in a good position now to kind of put it where the eyeballs are.
They make so much money from MLP. Like I can't see that being on Nickelodeon. No way. I can't see it
Cartoon
being
Network.
on Disney.
Cartoon Network maybe because the thing is that Hasbro has had relationships with them before
Right.
because with
They had
Transformers and everything.
Transformers
Yeah.
for a
Mhm.
long time, like a good 10 years or something. They were doing Transformers. They were doing Transformers Armada back in the day, and they were doing reruns of what was it, Beast Wars and Beast Machines on
Yeah.
Toonami for a
And they
while.
had the Transformers animated series.
Yep.
So out of the three main ones, Cartoon Network, but there are also a bunch of like side channels, like Boomerang or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we'll
Yeah.
see.
That's more like a premium channel though.
Mhm.
I think they'd want to keep it as basic as possible in order to get that wide audience. As I think they're they're going after Monsters High, so I
Yeah.
think they want to they're drawing the line.
What
and-
is
Where does
Monsters High even
where-
on?
Yeah, where is it air?
Or is that just straight to DVD?
I do not know. That
I'm
is a
gonna
good
find
question.
out right now.
Do it.
That's interesting.
I want to say, I'm kind of yeah. I let you guys talk when you discuss the American movie TV channel environment.
Yeah.
So does Ponies even air at all where you are right now on any network, or is it just kind of like you scour the internet?
I believe, yeah, I pretty much have to search online. So I am a pirate. No, the problem is there is usually in Germany we get big series translated, dubbed. But first of all, it's a rather small market, so the dub is not as great. It is a dub. Barely at any time is as good as the original, and because they have to improvise and do compromise and stuff. And the last bit, which the final straw, I mean, even the dub already is kind of putting me off. But yeah, the final straw is basically that it also airs about a year or two later. I have no idea which season we are on in Germany, but it's not even 4. So if you get a worse quality a lot later and with a lot of compromises in the translation. So no, sorry. Until multilingual TV is a thing, I have to stick to the not so noble ways.
So I'm looking up the Monster High thing, and they've only had like TV specials, and it's on Nickelodeon. So if anything, they probably won't go with Nickelodeon.
Who owns
Right.
them? Are they just Monster High? Is just
Mattel.
It's made by Mattel.
Yeah, it's
So
it's
Mattel
Hasbro's
versus
rival.
Hasbro.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, that's funny.
Yeah.
That's why this whole EQG thing is even a thing in the first place. If you ask me,
Yeah.
they needed
What-
to
I have
corner that
something.
market.
I have something beautiful I want to show you all. Keep going. I'm gonna find it, but I have something absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, but the reason I brought up the web series thing is because Mattel went and made a web series with Barbie, and apparently people really like it.
Where do
Like,
they air it?
It's on
On
YouTube.
their homepage? It's on normal YouTube. No general
Yeah,
stuff
I don't,
on
I
their
don't,
page.
I don't think they have like a website. They might have a website for it, for the Barbie thing. But the thing is, like, from what I've seen of the series, like it's very weird because they make jokes about the fact that everything is made of plastic. and it like they're aware of their world.
It reminds me of a certain song of the 90s.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, exactly.
Well, here's an interesting thing that we haven't considered because unfortunately we need to remember that we're all old now, which kind
Yeah,
of sucks. There's no Saturday morning cartoons airing. You know,
yeah.
like I think last weekend was the last weekend when Saturday morning cartoons here in the States were even a thing. No one airs Saturday morning cartoons here anymore. It's
Seriously.
gone. Yeah, in the States, no network airs them anymore. It's dead. So maybe we're thinking about this the wrong way. Perhaps the web is a thing, or maybe they'll do an exclusive deal with Netflix, since Netflix is doing a lot of that recently, trying to get a return.
Oh yeah, I that completely
Netflix, way of the future.
yeah, because they've had several series start on Netflix now that you can't watch anywhere else. Like
Right.
there was a
And I mean,
recent-
their parents probably already have Netflix since they're using it for
Yeah,
whatever
that's
shows
right.
they're
It's
watching.
so convenient. I would do that all day. I would do that all
Yeah.
day. If they were new, if South Park new episodes or MLP went right to Netflix, then I'd pay the subscription, a higher subscription to see these shows. Like, because most of the time it's either they air on cable.
Don't say you'll pay a higher subscription. We already get these shows with a regular subscription.
Well, I'm only assuming that Netflix makes tons of money and they have more than enough to buy what they want. But I'm just saying that I'm willing to.
I mean,
not go
Hasbro
the
has
path
pretty much all of
pirates.
their shows on Netflix right now.
Yeah, and that's
True.
cool.
Yeah.
I like that. You keep doing that. And I mean, for all shows, like I don't watch cable. I just don't. I
No.
Yeah.
rarely do.
I don't even own a television anymore for 4 or 5 years now.
What's the point?
There you go.
What's
Yeah.
the point when
Look
you
at
have
this
it
man,
on the
forward
computer?
thinking.
Yes,
Now-
you can have it on demand nowadays. Then again, the Germany thingy, but yeah, well,
It's
Yeah.
dinosaur technology.
it's more convenient. It's more convenient.
So if like BoJack Horseman,
Yeah.
that's an example of a Netflix TV show. If they keep doing stuff like that, then I'd be a happy customer.
Yeah.
And there's no piracy involved. So it's going through proper channels for people to get paid for their work. So everybody wins.
Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
So
I mean,
more stuff like that. I mean, anything that takes power away from cable companies is a-okay in my book. Which is why
Yeah.
they're trying to throttle Netflix.
Netflix is going
So-
to fight back, and they're going to keep fighting back.
If MLP and like other shows that I was interested in started airing first on Netflix, I would start paying for Netflix and I would stop torrenting shows because like I'd be sticking it to the fucking cable companies, which I hate already. Ironically, using their service to get on Netflix, but that's what are you gonna do? There's only so much you can do. But
Necessary evil.
keep them in their place, I guess. Deliver my connection and stop throttling everybody else. But yeah, I think that would be my ideal place for it. If they do a web series, I guess that would work too. I guess I'm underestimating the resourcefulness of the youth these days because
Maybe.
I don't know how many kids would
I'll-
see a doll in stores and then go online to watch the show.
I mean,
The thing is-
if
I just want to say this real quick. My professor's son, who I talk to on Skype sometimes, he's like I first met him when he was 10, and like he's like very internet savvy. And the thing is, like, we grew up when the internet was first starting. The kids growing up now have the internet since they were 5.
This
So,
is true.
yeah.
They're very
It is.
savvy. They know what they're doing.
I mean, there's this term of net natives or something like this. And yeah, it's true. If I just think about my nephews, which are, I don't know which age they started being able to use smartphones. They probably figured out smartphones quicker than me.
2, 3 is where they start figuring it out.
The
Yes.
only presence Equestria Girls as a web series might even need on cable to get people's attentions would just be running ads on every network.
Yeah.
Having an ads for the dolls and then saying check out the series online, and that's all the direction kids would need.
And I mean, they are doing connection things between airing it on TV and stuff online for a while now. I recall with some series, not sure, I believe it was with Avatar or something, where they put games and stuff like this, which involved characters of the show and stuff with probably original voice actors and stuff on their website. So they get people there. And even though South Park is once again for an older audience, I know that South Park runs their studio themselves puts all their shows on their own website, runs their own commercials, and therefore it works. They don't need any distributor at all.
Well, hold tight. They recently had to change things up because the ad block was really messing with them. And I mean, they still do it. They still do South Park Studio, but like the commercials now are very long, and they were able to get around ad block. I don't know how they did it, but like now, I mean, and that's, I guess, like, okay, if it's free and it's online, then yeah, I guess I owe you at least 3 minutes worth of advertisements where I can watch and then ignore it later. But I mean,
See, the thing that I don't understand with something like South Park Studios, not to derail too far away from My Little Pony and this actual Twilight, since we're already kind of one topic away from that. But
oh, that's what we're talking about. I forgot.
On South Park Studios, just to make one quick note, food for thought, is like, I wonder why they have to run those advertisements in the video anyway. If they're, I understand if you're doing that on something like YouTube or a site that's not yours, but if it's their site, they should just run banner ads because it's their site.
More money,
I
suppose.
wonder if there's a huge like difference in terms of like money you get from banner ads versus money you get from rolling ads.
Is South Park
video
Studios,
streaming?
is that like under Comedy Central or no?
Yeah, it's Comedy Central.
I don't know if it's under them, but I know it's like it's endorsed by the creators. Like they're the ones who like it's their kind of project. Like they're the ones who they're okay with it, at least, if nothing else.
Okay.
Sitting out there getting wet.
Oh
Germany.
no!
Yeah, what an idiot.
Why?
I don't know.
Is that Saber Mom?
My
Saber
mom
Mom.
got this.
What, you got a package?
Yeah. So
Jelly.
what? Good job, UPS idiots.
No, I didn't yes, from Germany. It'd be the United States Post Office. See if it's damaged. If it is, I'd be calling them.
And this came from Germany.
And why? You
Wow.
sent him something?
Yeah, you sent him a thing.
Yes.
No, it came from
It's a bomb.
I want
my
my your place
Ebola.
on YouTube now.
Thanks, Mom. All right, well, I'm gonna open this. Y'all continue your conversation.
Okay.
Oh great! In response, you killed my video again.
So there's a thing that that's kind of funny that Saber just sent in the chat is was from an AMA from Jason Thiessen.
Laugh. You
Yeah,
all will laugh.
This was from 3 years ago. It says, "Humans, please tell me that you will not add them at any point." And he said, "Heavens no."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, technically, there are no humans in MLP.
Yeah, there's no
They're
humans
just
in the show.
spin-off.
If you want
So I guess he's technically still right.
If you want to
in-
be technical about it, he didn't lie. If you want to be realistic about it, fuck you.
well, okay. In all fairness, though, that's the studio. They have their higher ups being has
Right. I don't blame DHX for any of this.
Yeah.
take out their little checkbooks and go, "Hey, DHX, time to get to work."
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, creative freedom. That's cute. All right. Oh, get to work.
Yeah. Only so much
Well-
you can do.
I don't know. Had Monster High been a thing 3 years ago? So
Yeah, well, the funny thing is, I was looking at that, and Monster High came out 2010.
Really?
Yeah.
they could have known back then.
Yeah.
We didn't listen.
I guess Hasbro didn't see it as like as
Right.
like competition or anything. They just thought like,
It's
oh,
just
that's
probably
dumb.
blown up. It's just
Yeah,
like, it's a market they don't have anything in response to, and that's where this kind of came from.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. They just did it because of the human fan art the fans do. I mean,
Does anyone really believe that?
About the game.
Besides the
Let
zealots,
go
does anyone
be
really
bears!
believe that?
Jumping here, there, everywhere.
Saber, what
Oh
did
my-
you get?
You know, Marlon, the guy who's he's my editor, a buddy of mine, and he's working on the Bernie Fair con. Got me a birthday gift. He gave me
Really?
gummy bears.
Wow.
And these are legit, like, German jelly bears or gummy bears.
but they're not even Haribo. Haribo is a big German one, but yeah, this is also German.
Oh my God, it doesn't matter.
Bet you the
I'm
Marlon
American.
wouldn't
I'm eating food.
He knew that
Shut
you were
up.
American, wouldn't know.
Shut up.
Talking about Marlon, he gave me this thing because apparently I wrote this quote on his netbook, on his iMac a few years, or his MacBook a few years ago.
Wow.
So
So
he
he
gave
brought his
me a button
iMac
with
to
it.
have you sign? That's dedication. Here's my
Yeah.
giant desktop. Sign it.
If he would have brought it to the con, I probably would have signed that one as well. But yeah, Marlon, this is for you.
He's a good man. Marlon's a good guy.
So, any other thoughts on, I guess, ending credits, possible series?
I mean,
Stuff.
so far we basically talked about more technical things of it, how
Yeah.
the series itself might be distributed, but should we also dig a little bit into what we expect content-wise?
Yeah, like,
This
do you
revelation.
expect that they're going to focus on the Human Twilight or Sunset Simmer?
I think this is gonna set up all of the main six going through the mirror, and that they're gonna have all of them in one place.
No, I don't
I
want
think
this.
they're gonna do it. I think that's gonna be like the climax of this movie. Is they're gonna
Of
have
the third
everybody
movie?
have two sets of them. Yep.
I agree.
Yeah.
Now I think there'll be a series with the Question Girls that will be
Then
standalone.
Sunset Shimmer comes back through the mirror, is redeemed, says sorry to Celestia, and then she's part of the next season.
No, but this
Oh,
is
yeah.
damn you, Tom.
Then Flash Sentry becomes part of this.
But that's only after the villains from the last movie repent.
And
become
don't
good guys.
don't forget that they have to switch Pony Flash Sentry with Human Flash Sentry because apparently she only has a crush on one
No,
of
what'll
them.
happen is that
She's an
we'll have
Xenophile, isn't she?
we'll have human Twilight come back to Equestria, and then we'll have regular Twilight stay in the human world, and then we
And
get
then
a
she
Twilight
can
no
learn-
wings again.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that she can learn
Twilight.
all lessons again,
Everything's fixed.
and they can
At the end of the
re-air
day,
the first
Equestria Girls
season.
fixed everything.
Yeah.
Who would have known?
No, but
Well.
serious though, my expectation is that Twilight, a human Twilight, will be a little bit of an antagonist. Like you know from different from other shows, that she is not really a bad guy, but she is totally obsessed about it. And while our protagonist, the human main five, six try to befriend her, they also have to stop her from unraveling the entire magic thing and getting scientists on it and trying to scientize Equestria and stuff.
Or they'll have
So-
regular Twilight in the world as well, and there will be hijinks ensues as people confuse the two of them because they're both in the same area. Ha ha ha. When did you put that lab coat on and get glasses?
Oh, please not,
What are
no.
you talking about?
No, this is not. Did you stop bringing up stuff I don't want to see?
No, you don't give them
give
enough
the
credit.
much
You don't give them enough credit. I think. So they are setting up for something more. I know that for certain. What the third movie was going, because there will be a third movie. I just feel.
People were just
sick.
like asking me, are you upset that there was a third movie? I'm like, as soon as they found out there was a second movie, I already knew there was going to be a third movie and a fourth and a fifth. Shall be no end to the horror. This is a thing, all right? This is Hasbro. There is no one. There's either a one-off or it's a franchise. You don't have any in between. So this is here to stay.
This is true. Yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens because, like you all were saying, it'll be like a mirror match between the. I guess the thing that confuses me ultimately is if the Equestria Girls has its own show, and it is on the same network as MLP. Well, it'd be like that'd be so confusing.
Yeah,
I
that's
think the big-
why.
The-
Big. Go on.
This best. Ah!
This sucks.
Who's going first?
We need to establish something. Like we are all guys, so ladies first doesn't work. Alphabetical order? But
that makes
then
you
nicknames
first.
or real names? Only if we go with nicknames. If we go with Max, I'm even. I don't even know your
Start
name.
with you, AnY, because you're the one talking right now, Bill.
It's a no spin zone.
When have we been talking about?
Anyway, I was gonna say if there was gonna be a series and if it was going to be on the same network, I was saying like in that thread said that it would probably air in between Friends with Magic seasons, so that way one doesn't take anything from take any like audience from the other or something like that for new episodes.
And I don't remember what I wanted to say. Yeah, but what I think is they probably will put it on the same network because they tied it close together. With Sunset starting to write the newest incarnation of the Friendship Report and having a direct connection to Twilight now, and Twilight becoming a little bit of her mentor. Okay, maybe they dropped this kind of connection. I mean, they dropped the Friendship Report before. But yeah, they're tying it together. So why shouldn't they put it on the same network?
Yeah, the diary's a great like thing to start a series with. The girls and Sunset writing
Hold on,
books
guys.
through Twilight or
Yeah.
Two Celeste, whoever ends up with the
Hold
book.
on.
My thing was that if two things is that first of all, if they air them around the same time and not in between, even if they air them on the same network, my fear is that they're going to start intertwining the two.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, you can start stories in one place and have them feed into the other one somehow and, like, have them be connected, which I don't think would work very well because the best thing about it is that it's very loosely connected to the main show as it is right now. And this movie kind of felt like it was bringing them closer together because
Yeah.
it didn't let it be its own thing. It still had that connection and brought Twilight back,
It,
and it furthered the connection with her and Brad, and it did, like, Sunset still has connections to Equestria proper, and there's still that connection, and I felt that because they brought it back, it's strengthening it, and that's worrisome.
I
The other
mean,
thing I'm wondering is if they do a series, is it going to be done by Studio or DHX, or is it going to be done by someone else? Because every time they've done something with Equestria Girls, it's noticeably affected, like, wait times between proper seasons because
Right.
they're a smaller studio. They can't do. I don't think they'd have
Yeah. I
the
mean,
manpower to do
they
two
they
series at
are
once.
they do it with LPS and Pound Puppies. They do both of those shows.
The whole thing is though is
Yeah.
that every time that it feels like they're working at load already, and every time they're like, oh, do something. Like, there's definitely, I don't know who does all the animations and stuff, but I think there's probably some people who work specifically on MLP within DHX, some people who work specifically on Pound Puppies. I don't
Yeah.
think they have the same animators doing everything.
Right.
And if they do, like, they deserve more money. But every time they've done something Equestria Girls, like, the wait between seasons has been so much longer because they've been doing EQG stuff in between. And it's
Right.
affected, like, imagine, I don't know how they could do two series. I think would they outsource it to someone else, or would
Yeah.
they hire more staff?
Unless they're going to be expanding because they've made a ton of money off of MLP.
Right.
They had to have expanded at this point.
So I'm curious to see. Even if a series is announced in any way or shape or fashion, that would be something I'd love to hear about from the staff. Is like how you're handling the work or distributing it. Like if the teams are the same, or there's a new team or something like that. Because it seems like from now that there's been like season wait time has been longer because of these movies,
Right.
or at least it feels that way. Maybe I'm just more obsessed than I used to be. I don't know.
I mean the wait time has been longer between each season. Let's see. The longest wait time we've had so far has been between season 3 and season 4, and now it seems like it's going to be even longer since they said like early 2015 for season 5.
Yeah.
The season 4 ended what, first week of May, or was it
Something
the last
like
week
that.
or April?
It was around May-ish.
Yeah. So it's gonna be a while.
Season 4 ended May 10th.
Yeah. So
And
it's gonna be a while because I'm thinking probably not till February.
Yeah, at least.
Mm.
Because they say quarter one's like all the way through.
Yeah, it's January,
March.
February, March.
so they pretty much start the new season a year after the last one ended. So
Those jerks.
currently, I am not too against the entire Equestria Girls franchise. Even though I want to see them as separate things, as I said earlier, that they kind of make the connection stronger is one of the few things that really annoyed me about the Rainbow Rocks movie. Because
Yeah.
now with previously it was like, okay, we can only travel there every few months. Now it's like, hey, we have a instant portal. We can go there whenever we want. Yay! Why?
It just again, it feels like they're setting up a series.
I mean, I guess in this case I kind of totally fell for a rumor because I read that there was pretty much a series announced, Equestria Academy or something was it called.
There was a rumor floating around. I think the MLP board or something.
And I fell for it. Damn it.
There are a couple of rumors floating about.
Probably.
There's
There was a rumor that Twilight was going to get wings, and y'all see what happened with that rumor. So
also a rumor that she's gonna get her wings taken away in the season finale. So
Of season
take
5.
rumors with a grain of salt,
yeah, because they're not usually true,
but they're not.
or sometimes they're always false.
So
Then again, there are enough rumors for every direction, so one of them have to be turn out true.
yeah. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see, as usual.
Yeah.
As per the norm.
We do all this work and we don't have any ins at Hasbro yet. What the fuck?
Dude, they're like Fort Knox. They're going.
Come on, Larson. Do us a favor.
Exactly. Stop flagging our videos and actually talk to us.
Well, here's an interesting thing. Do you think because of Hasbro or Discovery being in charge now, like, do they have control over the property, the intellectual
I don't
property?
think they actually care.
Or does
No,
Hasbro still
no.
call the shots?
Hasbro still has
Yeah.
calls the shots on production. They just have broadcasting rights right now.
Yeah,
since they're net.
Discovery doesn't care what is put on. They just
As
they're
long as
like,
it's made.
here, we're gonna have some of our shows on here now. So
Okay,
yeah.
just curious.
Is there anything even good on Discovery?
I didn't know they had a
Not
channel.
anymore. Like, the thing is, like, the stuff that they're going to put on Discovery Family is like stuff that they used to show. So I guess like the shows that used to be on Discovery that people watch Discovery for are now going to be on Discovery Family.
It's
Whatever.
kind of like growing up but backwards.
Yeah, so we're gonna go back to what was working because everything we just did sucked.
Yeah. Anyway,
I don't know.
I guess we can wrap up the discussion because it's been about half hour.
Yeah.
So. Anyway, final thoughts? Anything? What did you guys think of Rainbow Rocks in
Twilight with
general?
glasses is cute.
Yes,
Yeah,
she
I'm
is.
I think she is. I mean, she has no magic, so and she has apparently not friends because she hadn't a competent Celestia in her world, which pushed her there. So she's pretty much what you expect her to be: a nerdy, obsessive science guy, which is like,
Yeah.
more. I want to see this.
I'm okay with it, to be honest. She's an intriguing character archetype based on the 3 seconds of footage. So
Saber?
bring it on.
I guess, I mean, it makes you wonder how this Twilight's going to be different from the other Twilights. Because this is a Twilight that never, stumbled across a bunch of friends. This is the one that stayed the course of being a introvert, bookworm. So
we get to learn the lesson of friendship again.
hey, she might be an absolute jerk. She might be the villain.
Yeah, as I said, I
And she'll
expect her
learn
to
the
be a
lesson
bit
of
an
friendship.
antagonist.
Again.
Yeah, she will learn the lesson of friendship, yes, but first she will be a little bit of a villain.
Alright, I'm down. I'm ready to see it. So, just don't
God,
make me wait 9
they
months,
turned all
10
of
months
us.
again.
Tommy, they turned all of us. God damn it. We both said it. We want to see it. They got to us. God damn it. Megan!
It's still the worst idea out of doing an actual pony movie, but whatever. 6 out of 10. Make the next one a 7 out of 10. EQG 3, the not horrible one.
Okay. Well, that's it for this discussion. You can see all of our channels annotated on our faces. So you can go check us all out. Check out AnY, Saber, Tom, me. You're already on my channel. Anyway,
You can
yeah.
unsubscribe to his channel with that button down there.
No!
But don't do that.
No
Dislike
thumbs
the
down,
video.
thumbs up. Anyway, yeah. See you guys next time. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Hey, if you enjoyed this video, give it a like and share it. And be sure to subscribe for videos I upload every week. And if you're feeling really generous, check out my Patreon page. And as always, thank you for watching.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Well, by now we're getting a bit used to winter. We're like soldiers in the middle of a campaign, growing hardened to discomfort and better able to take it.